April Anderson, aka the Valkyrie, changed her Twitter handle to April Law 1111. She appears to be on the offensive, appearing to want to assert her dominance in the polycule. And I think she explicitly says, let's see here. I gotta desperately preload these fucking images. Could have done, but I'm a retard. So Breaking Baldo News says, Breaking Baldo News, we have evidence of Rekieta Law using account April Law to talk to our team between both accounts. It appears both accounts use the same pros and insults to our editors. April says, ahaha, it's Inception. I've come full circle. Come spelled like ejaculate. Enjoy, everyone. April then dunks on Rekieta saying, yes, I finally came for once in my life. And then banters back and forth. I'm flashing a wicked smile in your direction. What else do I have to do to get your attention, stupid? I'm right here, Rekieta. I wish I could see you. And post these pictures to entice him. I've been stolen cold sober for a long minute now. Where is the good tweet? There's a good tweet. I remember, goes back and forth with the Breaking Baldo News guy for a bunch. I'm starting to believe I don't give a damn about what you or anyone else thinks except for me, my God, and the love of my life. I'd love a trip or a million in regards to Mexico. I'm going to Mexico to see Ralph. If Ralph ends up with April and impregnating April, that would probably be the most funny and tragic way for this to cap off. That would really be poetic. If she has the gumption, she should go do it. So she says, I'm way too cool to ever be a sister wife, even if I was mistaken as one once. I would love to be his wife someday, though, if given the chance. He's really cool and really sexy. I'm rooting for you, Rekieta Law. She says, high on life. So that's the banger tweet. She comes out and she indicates that she does not consider herself to be the third wheel in the polycule. Instead, she seems to think of herself as the primary girlfriend vying for the position of wife currently occupied by Kayla. Kayla, of course, who has been gone for a very long time at this point. Nobody has heard from her in a while. Actually, I'll get to that in a second. That's later. Rekieta Law still looks smoking to me. This video looks like a lot of fun, not like it makes me a sister wife. I forgive this man, even if some of the things he does is really shitty. I understand the good parts of him and hate the others. He's a human being, and I forgive him. Aaron Imholt, I forgive you, but that doesn't mean I won't have fun at your expense. I know you love a good bit. Sober now. Okay, this is the other one. So the term cover, which is how this is pronounced, is a phrase built up by Rekieta's wife. So her saying this is a direct attack on Kayla, saying cover is a fucking gay word someone came up with that I had to go along with for a foursome that Aaron asked me to be a part of with him, which I agreed to because I loved him and I love them. Now it's over. It didn't have to be. So she indicates that, well, I think she's referring to the love square thing going on is over. Not necessarily the threesome relationship, and that's for sure happening still. But she does take a shot at Kayla in saying that. In response to Kayla, she is still pretty, still smart, and she is still cool. One is not better than the other, but we do need to love ourselves and our partners, not just the idea of them, which is a criticism of how Kayla treats Rekieta, I suppose. So then he slithered back into Melton's chat. I'll remind you that Melton is the guy that I played the video of with his obsession with kids. He is back giving this guy money, saying for $5, Kayla and I are still quite married and she is not left. I have not left either. She does not like the publicity, so she stays off social media. And then for $10, Rekieta says, I've been clean since May. I don't tweet for anyone else. I got tired of nerds. And this is his word of the day. April is her own person and her tweets made me smile. In chat he's saying, right now Kayla is taking some of our kids to violin. He says, Nicholas, maybe she doesn't care if she's disrespectful. She hated doing that. Referring to the hot tub video, which was extremely humiliating. She hated doing that and was such a fucking embarrassment. Both when it happened and in retrospect. Then Vito the pedo shows up in Melton's the pedophile stream. So Rekieta has given himself really a strong entourage of supporting characters to help him through this. He's got Juju the cow, a man who gets fucked in the ass while dressed as a cow. Vito the pedo, a man who's avowedly a pedophile, and friends with people who are avowedly pedophiles. And now he's also interlined Mr. Melton, who appears to be getting a restraining order placed against him for threatening to fuck people's children. Really just a strong cast of characters. Rekieta's making all the right moves to build himself up in the social stature of things. Rekieta says, you and Vito in the same place, children's clothes are getting ripped off like an accretion disc. Yeah, bro, you're in family court for custody of your kids and you're like friends with 2 pedophiles and you're just openly calling them pedophiles and a danger to kids, even as a joke. It's like, are you really that fucking stupid? Then for 10, he says, Jesse looks like a 14-year-old Anthony Kiedis cosplayer from the AIDS wing of St. Jude's. Funny. I assume he means the guy from Jesse P.S. Then this is a reference to Aaron saying, I bet his hands itch and hurt from alcoholism, which he clearly has. I don't want to speculate on if he's doing drugs. I wonder if that's a reference to personal lived experience, Rekieta. Oh, I have the pedo phenotype, he says. Well, that's a pretty fucking dangerous statement considering the company he keeps. I don't never see April. I almost never see April. She literally lives next door. I can also debunk that. He says, I don't want to talk about where someone else lives. Sorry. What's up with Aaron headbutting stuff? He's an abuser. Her name change to April Law is not a reference to me. Okay, so this is how you know that Rekieta is completely full of shit and he lies fucking constantly. You ready? So this is the clip. This guy was doing a live commentary on April showing up for her omnibus for her charges. And you can see as she's getting set up, Rekieta's there. So Rekieta's setting up the webcam connection for her appearance by teleconference to the omnibus hearing or for her arraignment, whatever the fuck this was. And you can see that he's there. So, you know he's a fucking liar because she's showing up at his house. And you know that they're in a relationship still because she's talking about being his wife. So, she's still finagling for that Nick Hussey, whether he realizes it or not. And chances are he's just fucking lying to people. That's what he does. He's a chronic liar and he thinks he's smarter than everybody else. So, if he just lies constantly, then nobody can ever catch him out on the lies. You can't prove it 100%, so it's not really true, even if it is fucking true. Here's his nerd shit again. Breaking Baldo submitted the appeal, and he says, get lost, nerd, and then he blocks him. So this was change number 1. Rekieta decided after years and years and years and years of not blocking people that he was suddenly going to start blocking people. And he started with Breaking Baldo News. So the Baldo guy, I don't know if that's Keno Shea or whoever the fuck runs this account, he broke Rekieta. After years of dealing with abuse from every which way, through Comicsgate and the Black Comic Book Man shit, he couldn't handle Breaking Baldo News at this point in his life, and he blocked him. That was the first thing. He went on a huge blocking spree, and he talked about, I think in the comments of the Patrick Melton chat, how good it felt to block people. Then this is MAGA Hunk saying, this is who's calling you a nerd on the lowercase I internet. It's a picture of Rekieta dressed as Sailor Moon on a couch full of toys watching an anime and pretending to fillet a microphone. Now, that's a very jock, Chad thing to do. He says, yeah, get lost, you nerd. Learn how to have a little fun in your life and tell a joke or two. Rantman says, have fun in prison. And Rekieta says, the thing about me, I'd find a way to have fun in prison. You can't have fun anywhere because you're a nerd. Get beat up and stuffed in a locker, you nerd. Epic. Yeah, I may be an alcoholic person that's about to get sentenced to fucking jail. But at least I'm not whatever my nebulous definition of this word is. Then, the other big thing that he's changed after years is that he has given illicit clips explicit, written, prior approval to clip his streams and his local streams for years. She has had outstanding written permission to clip him, and I think she even started as a fan channel for him, clipping stuff from his streams that she liked. And she had received from him directly written permission to do so. He has formally rescinded that, and he has warned her that if she clips his local streams in a way that's not transformative, he will DMCA her every time she does. Now, obviously, she can still just clip his local stuff, but she has to get it secondhand either through Aaron or Kino Casino or my streams or whoever. Someone else has to do the transformative element so that she can clip it. And of course, she has permission, I think, from all three of those people. Explicit written permission from all three of those people to clip. So that's where she's up with. That's the other thing that he's changed big on, was he was not a copyright cuck before, and now he's a copyright cuck.